And we're live.
And we are live. Welcome to episode 7. This is Slice of Pie. Y'all, I feel like we should have blooper reels every time we get started, but look, it is what it is. So welcome to Slice of Pie, proud, inspired, empowered, hosted by LearnCoachModelGroup.com. This is Shelly Jeffco. I'm here with my co-host,
Isabella Jeffco. What's poppin'?
What's popping is right. All right, so listen, before we get started, we definitely want to give you guys a heads up about what's the topic for today. So today's topic, Bella's going to go into empowerment, but we definitely want to, yeah, right? Yeah, empowerment. So we want to hear from everybody. Before we get too far, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to keep up with the new videos that we've got. I've been told I need to do a better job of letting folks know this. So come on, y'all, help us out. So how was your day, Bella?
My day was pretty darn good. My day was pretty good. How was your day?
You know what? It was amazing. I had a really, really good day. You know, tell us how y'all, how your day was. Drop it in the chat, even if it's a replay. Let us know how you're doing. I hope everybody kind of had a really good day today. It's Thursday. If you're in the South, you're dealing with the heat. It is what it is. But hey, it's Thursday. It's almost Friday, and we are excited.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start off with. Let's get into it. We usually start off with hello beautiful and hello handsome, which is just our way of shouting out folks. So why don't you go first, Bella? Why don't you do your who you got?
All right, so my hello handsome for this week is one of my closest friends, Arjun.
Okay.
I met him I haven't even known him for a year yet. I started talking to him maybe the end of first semester, closer to second semester. Mm-hmm. And he's changed my life for the better, most definitely. He knows all of my deepest, darkest secrets. I care about him so much, and he is seriously one of the best people I have met.
Okay, and what was your friend's name in case you didn't catch that?
His name is Arjun.
Arjun, okay, hello handsome. Big shout out to Arjun. We appreciate you. We, obviously our family appreciates your friendship with our Isabella, and thanks for coming through, man. All right, so listen, I'm doing hello beautiful. I'm actually calling out two wonderful girls, TK and Olivia. TK is actually one of my friend's daughters, Lauren Hutchinson. I will be giving her a heads up that I did this because she ain't know, okay? But TK and Olivia they're starting a venture together with a girls' clothing line, and I'm so proud of them. And so I just want to give them a shout out because I love to see young girls kind of step into their purpose and, feel empowered to do something that changes people's lives. And I think what they're doing, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's going to knock your socks off. So, we'll be able to have them in September come on in and tell us and share what they're doing. We're really excited about the adventure that they're going on. Huge shout out to Lauren Hutchinson as well. She's just one of those really cool moms that's so supportive, creative, just awesome. And so I want to give my hello beautiful to TK and Olivia. So before we get into today's topic of empowerment, I just want to give a heads up. We've got a lot of really good guests coming on Teen Thursday. I'm so excited to see your channel grow, Bella. So we're going to have some folks coming up over the next few weeks, and kind of going forward is to have leaders and teachers and peers and colleagues come on and really talk about, what's happening with programs that support teens and, all of that. So, watch this space, y'all. If you miss a video, please catch the replay, but come on, just like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification button or bell so that you can stay on top of what's happening. Did I do it? Did I actually say the YouTube
thing? First time in forever.
I did it, y'all. All right, so drop a comment if you're in the room. You know, obviously sometimes we can't see the names, so we won't be able to call you out, but you know, we definitely want to hear. So hello, whoever's joining. So Bella, why don't you go ahead and get us started on empowerment? I'm kind of curious. What are we talking about with empowerment? You know, this is my jam right here.
This is your jam. So I wanted to talk about not only why it is important to lift other people up, especially other women. I wanted to talk about, obviously, if you're talking about empowerment, you can't bring others down. You like don't bring others down. That's just mean. And I wanted to talk about supporting one another in what we do, because it's really important to have, you know, supportive people in our lives when we're trying to do something great. So let's get into it. Our first topic: why is it important? So, personally, I think that empowering other people, especially women, is very important, because in society, in today's world, like we don't get that a lot, you know, like it's a very like, men do this and that's how it's supposed to be. And if a woman is going to try to start something that a man traditionally like does, then that's wrong, you know.
Yeah,
like that's how society works a lot of the times. So I think it's really important to, you know, lift other people up and you know, really help them. You know, if you believe in what they believe in and you want to see people who look like you, you know, grow and flourish, so that, you know, younger generations can have these very like strong female role models to really show them that they can do what they want to do, no matter race, religion, gender, like no matter what. You need strong role models to do so that you feel like, hey, I'm represented in this thing or that thing, and I really feel like, oh, this person did it, so I think I can do it too. You know, it's really important that we have those spaces, even if it's not for the later generation, even if it's for grown women, just to see other people doing something that is like moving and empowering and something that you believe in, and you see this and you're just, hey, I can do that too. I like that too. What if I did that as well? You know, it's really important that we have those you know, we have those people in the media. I wanted to ask you, why do you think empowering other women is important?
Oh man, it's like oxygen. I think, you know, it doesn't really matter what you want to do in your life. It is so important to have kind of someone in your corner. So for me, empowering someone basically means that, and sometimes it's through education, sometimes it's through experiencing, sometimes it's just having somebody model the behavior of what success looks like, and just having that person share some of those experiences or coach you through some of those. That's what empowers you. It's what allows you to kind of build up your reserve so that you can go do and be the best self, be the best person that you can be. So the reason I say it's like oxygen, it's kind of hard if you don't have a sense of that support. And it doesn't all, you know, it doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have to come from like the traditional ways. Like, for example, it might not come for a lot of kids. It might not come from your parents. It might not even come from your siblings, but you might feel empowered by the knowledge that you get from a teacher or a coach, or you might feel empowered from, you know, a colleague, one of your friends, like Bella, like you were just giving up your shout out to your friend and all of those beautiful things that you were saying. That kind of friendship empowers you and allows you to be who you really are and be authentic. So that sense of empowerment also comes through learning, through education, you know, stretching your mind and all of those things. So that's why I say I feel like it's just oxygen. This, you know, it's kind of why empowered is the third letter in our brand, right? Proud, inspired, empowered. You can be really proud about who you are. You can feel inspired about what you're doing, but you have to be empowered to actually make things happen, to move the needle. You have to actually, feel empowered to do that. So that's why I say it's kind of like oxygen. And you've made a really good point that it is something that we need to do even a better job. There's a lot of competition, and it's not just within teams, but there's a lot of competition where people want to be like the best of the best, or they want to be known, or the sense of notoriety. And so the unnatural competition where I'm not going to help you. Well, what happens when you get there? When you get to the top, you're by yourself, and you're looking back, there's nobody behind you to catch you.
And sometimes competition sometimes competition is healthy when you're trying to get to where you're going, but it's healthy as long as there's a degree of respect between the competitors, right? You have to respect one another, and you have to be willing to if someone else wins, if someone else gets ahead of you, instead of moping around and like, I should have gotten that, you got to be like, well, good job, clearly you did this thing great, which allowed you to succeed, and then you can learn from that person, and hopefully you try again and you keep going, right? So like competition with respect is it's important, and you learn from your competitors, you see what they're doing to get ahead. I don't know why I said here. You see what they're doing to get ahead, and you kind of, oh, that's smart. What if I tried that? And you're just like, oh, that's as long as you're not like copying other people's ideas,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Okay, so
next, there's more, y'all.
There's more. Crazy. Bringing others down. This happens. This happens a lot, especially in like middle school, high school. A lot of people, they try to bring others down. I think I talked about this on the bullying episode. They, they try to bring others down to get ahead, to get on top. And if you do that, you're not gonna truly win if you're taking someone levels down. If you're taking someone down just so you can get ahead, you're not actually winning.
Right.
You're not actually winning. So, not bringing other people down, and really like helping them, lifting them up, or like keeping them happy, and you know what I mean? Like being kindness, that's smart. Being like completely, you're being kind to one another, and like even if you don't like a person, or even if you're competing with them, as I just said, or like you just you're not on the same level, but you don't always have to be. You don't have to try to knock other people down
to get ahead.
Yeah, because then that's not going to make you feel good. That's not going to make the other person feel good, right?
Yeah.
And in the long run, you're gonna look back and you'll be like, the only reason I'm here is because I knocked those other people down. And if I didn't do that, then I might be happier,
Yeah. That's a good. So there's a comment in the room. Love it, P.I.E. The best competition is with yesterday's version of ourselves. That's so true. There's another. Thank you for sharing that. There's another quote that's kind of floating around social media about competition, and I think to simplify it, it's just the only person I'm competing is with myself, basically. Mm-hmm. And I think that is so true. I mean, I don't want to compete. I mean, unless you're in like a sport where competition is actually what you got to be doing, to win the actual sport. I don't want to be measured against someone else in that way, because we're all different. We arrive at solutions different. We think differently. We learn differently, and I'm not interested in what anyone else has, to be honest. I'm inspired by success, absolutely inspired by success, but I'm not willing to tear anyone down or cheat my way to get that level of success. Yeah, because then it's not sustainable, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. You're not gonna be happy if you're just bringing other people down constantly, and that's the only way you're able to um, really like get ahead, is if you're bringing other people down. That's not at all like that's not really winning. That's staying at the exact same place you are while pulling others down.
Yeah.
That's
You're not
getting
moving.
ahead. That's not getting ahead. That's just staying where you are and bringing the people above you, just pulling them down.
Yeah.
So you're not bettering yourself at all. You yourself. You're still stuck at this level, right?
Yeah.
Stuck at this one place, and you think if you take down the people that are ahead of you, then you'll be ahead.
And you'll get ahead. You know what? I was thinking about, as you're saying that, as teens. So for the teens who are preparing to go, school again. I keep throwing out like, hey y'all, school starts in like
right.
I am doing the mama countdown, okay? But as you're thinking about going back to school and you're preparing yourself, a lot of folks are preparing themselves. They're buying their books, they're buying their uniform, they're buying the new shoes, they're buying, those material things. But what are you doing to prepare yourself mentally going back into the environment of school, especially if you were lucky enough to take a break over the summer? So in preparing yourself for going back to school, it's kind of why it's so important to think about some of these things. How are you going to approach things differently this semester? Maybe it didn't work out for you very well last semester, and you might have failed some classes, or you had a lot of bullying issues, or all those things, right? But what is it that you can do now to help set yourself up to be successful this year? So that's why I also think these conversations that you're having, Bella, and some of the jewels that you're sharing, when we talked about bullying and we talked about body image and self-image and being proud of who you are and being authentic, and now today we're talking about what does empowerment mean and how you support each other. I think this is from a whole point of view. So for the kids that are watching now or watching the replay, think about how you can use some of this to help you get ready before you go back to school. And that way you're showing up, you're looking good, but you're good here, right? You're good mentally and you're looking good, right? So what are some of the ways that you've had other people maybe empower you, or what are some of the things you feel empowered to do? Like once you have that kind of support, what does that look like for teens? Like what do you do with it? Just some examples from your experience.
At least from my experience, especially over the school year, I think one of the most empowering like people or things is like really great teachers.
Yeah,
I had amazing teachers this past year, and they all pushed me to do my best in their class. And if I wasn't doing well, they were willing to help me, and they were willing to like show me how to do what I was struggling with, or like they were willing to like show me what I was doing wrong and help me fix it, instead of just, you are doing this wrong, go fix it, I'm not going to tell you how, right? They were and if you have people like that who are they genuinely want you to do well, and they genuinely they want you to flourish and to succeed in their classes and anyone else's classes, then that empowered me to really try harder and to really push myself to to do better over the school year, definitely. And if you don't have great teachers, you need to get great friends who also want you to succeed, and you need people in your life who are going to support you and who are going to push you to do your best. And if they're not doing that, then if they don't support, people don't have to support everything you do. That's not everyone else's job, right? You have to believe in yourself that you can do what you want to do, and if people aren't supporting you, then that's okay. People don't have to support you in everything you do, but they shouldn't be trying to bring you down, or trying to like, you're doing this, you love it, but I don't love it, so you have to stop doing that, And if there are people in your life who are like, well, you love this, but I don't, so you have to stop doing that, then, don't listen to them. Because
Yeah,
as long as you're being like it's healthy for you, and it's positively impacting your life, and you're doing well because of it, then they can't say anything about it, because that's it's not what they're doing, and people don't have to say that.
yeah, they're not built
Right.
for that. I also think, like, when I think about empowerment, there is also self empowerment. So there's
Hmm.
things that I say to myself to help myself get, what I need, kind of my boost. So sometimes, like, when I think about empowerment, I think about it in different ways. Like, there might be like a song that you listen to that's kind of like your fight song that you listen to, and it, kind of gives you that boost of energy. Like for us, y'all, it's Beyonce, everything Beyonce, okay? So there's, it just gives you that almost like adrenaline, but it gives you like it gives you that boost that you need, so you feel empowered to go do something. If you're at the gym, you're gonna be playing, some kind of music that gives you that extra kick to, get you to do something. I wanna recommend, we have pause for me to sell y'all something right quick. We have a book of affirmations that we created for teens, and it's actually called "What's My Pie? Proud, Inspired to Inspire Our Teens." And it says, "You're going to be okay." Why don't I remember this in this book?
I don't know.
You're going to be okay. But basically, it's a really thin book. It's made to be able to, like, you drop it in your backpack. But these are just daily affirmations that you can just, you keep saying to yourself, you keep saying these to yourselves. It really helps you with your mindset. So, for example, I'm empowered by positive self-talk that it will all work out for me. I'm inspired by confident beauty, regardless of body shape, tone, age, whatever. I'm proud that I'm able to forgive others and myself. I'm inspired of being fearless at sports activities, things like that. I feel empowered by the positive people I surround myself with. I'm proud of trying something new, even if I'm nervous about the results. So again, I just want to recommend this. This is one of those. It was made for teens. Again, really easy, easy read, but just a really good resource to help you kids as you just looking for something that's kind of positive affirmation that you can say to yourself. You can say it out loud, or you can just read it, drop it in your backpack, and keep it moving. So we'll drop the link for the book in the chat. But again, just want to make sure that you guys are aware that we have a lot of these resources that can help you out. So what's next on your list there? I think you had a list of questions. How are we doing?
We're doing pretty well. We're doing. All right. So this was not on my list, but I just thought of it.
Okay.
So anyway, I wanted to talk about creating safe spaces.
Okay.
So I think it's really important for people to have safe spaces where they can talk freely about what they believe in, and they can, talk to other people who who believe in what they believe in, and they can share ideas and things they love or listen to or read, or just a place where that's free of judgment.
Okay.
And that's where you can just be yourself in every aspect of yourself freely, without anyone judging you, and you're just in a space of like-minded people who who share the same thoughts and ideas as you, and who will, if you think of this, that's a great idea, and they'll support you in doing that, and I think that's really important, especially because there are so many spaces where people are just so judgmental towards other people, and even if they have absolutely nothing to do with that person, they're going to be very judgmental. And I think it's really important for there to be places where certain, like, you can be safe, and you don't have to worry about someone judging you, or trying to bring you down and trying to harm you. So I think that those.
What's an example of a safe space? What's an example?
At least for me, For me, at least, my safe space was most definitely the chorus room, because
Okay,
that
the chorus room is the chorus at school. So you got to explain.
yeah,
So you're
the chorus classroom at my
the
school.
chorus kid, y'all. Okay.
Crazy. But I think it's definitely the choir room for me, because that there was no judgment. No one, even if no matter what, people weren't gonna like try to bring you down, and if you did, you weren't you would get in major trouble for it, right?
So when you say like it's not that you guys are clones where nobody can disagree.
Right.
It's how you disagree. So you can disagree and you can have a good, say a safe space is also some place where someone challenges your thinking or challenges your speech. So it's not like a clone room where everybody just like go along with what everybody says. It's just finding the friendships or the friend groups or the circle or the friend circle. And that, to your point, when you have that kind of support system, then you feel empowered. And I think that, again, is so important for teens as you're, again, going back to as you're thinking about, whether you're playing sports and you're in that circle, or you don't play sports or whatever that is. But it's so important for you guys to find that kind of support with that.
Right. Like you said, it wasn't, we weren't clones, we had things, we had different, thoughts, and we all, we all had differences, but the one thing that brought us together was our love of music and singing. Like all of us loved music. That's why we're there. That's why we're in that class, because we all love music, right? So
so music empowered you guys. You together, right? Empowered you, because then you have something in common and you're able to feel like, oh, okay, I can kind of vibe with this group.
And that's what brought us together, and that's what allowed us to perform well. And to we were brought together by our love of music, and that unity allowed us to sing as a group together and perform well, and we did well, and because there was no judgment, and if you were being judged for something, and you would get in trouble for, like, does that make sense? Like, you wouldn't have a difference of opinion.
Nobody supported the bad behavior, so it wouldn't be. That's what it is.
Like it wasn't like laughing at other people, because we had open mics a lot. So laughing at other people while they performed was absolutely not allowed, like, at all, and you would get in a lot of trouble for it.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I can definitely see that. So that does make sense. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So I think, have we gone through your we've gone through your list?
I have one more, if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's do it.
You're frozen. You froze there.
I can hear you. I know. It's okay. Okay, what's your question?
Topic. Thank you very much. I don't need you. I'm kidding. The very last thing I wanted to talk about, which I've really been talking about the entire time, but this is really more focused to a specific group, is supporting women of color.
Okay.
I think it's really important. Like, as I said, it's a very male oriented. Men do this. Men are the ones who are supposed to be, doing business or preaching or that stuff. And especially white men. There's a lot of only they can do this. That's not anyone else is not allowed, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's really important that we support women of color, because we've been obviously discriminated against, and there's been lots of times that we're just not allowed in the conversation, and we're just not allowed in the movement. Even in the Women's Rights Act in like the 1900s, like early 1900s, 1920, they were fighting for
women's suffrage.
Yeah, that. I forgot the name for a second.
Yikes.
But a lot of the movements, they weren't allowing Black women to march with them, and they weren't allowing them to, support and try to get us the right to vote. And if they allowed us to march with them, we had to march back.
Yeah.
So, like, being a woman is obviously it's obviously like it's not the best right now. It's really not.
It's
but
hard.
Being a woman of color is very, very difficult. It's a double whammy, right? You're a person of color, but you're also a woman. So there are just two different groups that are going to try to go after you and try to make sure that you can't succeed.
So what are you suggesting? What do you suggest when it comes to empowerment?
I think that it's really important that we not only that we support one another, and that we see a woman of color trying to start something or trying to do something important, and we share and we help them do what they're trying to do, so we can really see them thriving and flourishing, and that other women of color see that person and they're just like, I can do that too, right? That person looks like me. That person thinks like me. Like they can see themselves in whatever kind of media or TV or newspapers, something like that. They see themselves in someone else, and it's really important because that doesn't happen a lot, right? That doesn't happen a lot, especially for women of color, because there are not that many times where they allow us to reach the top. So when we're trying to reach the top, when we're moving and going up, we have to build each other up, and we have to support each other in that we are trying to move up, and that we're trying to get to the top, so that we can meet with more of us at the top, right? And it's really important that we support each other, and that we are supporting even if you're not a person of color, right? It's important to support women of color because we've gone through so much, and we're just trying to get to the top. We're just trying to do what we want to do with as much as we can. We want to do what we want to do, right? So supporting people is really important, and I think empowering.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. I think that's a good point to reinforce. We do have to support each other, and for my sisters out there, I got your back as much as I can. That's part of why we do this thing. What we're doing here is to really encourage. We really encourage everyone. So especially for, again, teens who look like us, who are not even used to seeing folks who look like us doing what we do, right? This is high quality, high value content where we're bringing you guys things that will help empower you and help you really grow and excel and be whoever you were created to be. So we do need to be mindful that we're supporting and uplifting and giving back. I keep saying to folks to, give back as much as you can. I believe in legacy. So I believe in legacy building. I believe in building teens, especially up, because, when I go, I can't take it with me. So why wouldn't I? So thank you. So I think that brings us to an end here. We talked about empowerment today. We reminded you guys about our affirmation book. Again, it's very, very affordable. It's on Amazon. The link is in the chat. Go and get 10, 20, 30, give them out as gifts. Give them to every kid especially kids who are going through emotional problems or really coming out of depression, or could really use something uplifting messaging that they can share. Give it to your coach, give it to your teams, give it to everybody. But we have other books available, but I just want to make sure that you are aware that we had this amazing. Grab them, they go fast. So grab the teen affirmation book on Amazon, and then we'd love to hear back from you guys. Drop us a review and let us know. Don't forget to like,
girl. Right there. Just do
Don't
that.
forget this. Do
that.
this.
Like,
Don't forget
comment. There is no comma between comment and share for some reason. I thought.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to keep up with new videos. I'm on every Thursday, and Mother has her own every Tuesday. Same thing, same time.
Oh, that's right. Same time, same bat channel. We'll be back next week.
Right.
Next week. Oh. Ooh. 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 What? We just freeze and just forget who we have coming. Do you want me to save you?
Save me. Please save me. I think I know who it is. I think I do. I don't know if I do though. I probably don't know.
Y'all just come back next week.
It's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger. So actually next week, I'll save you. We're actually going to be joined by Lizzie Berger. She's a teacher. She's an advocate for women and teens. She's a community leader. We're really excited because she actually will be the first guest joining the Teen Thursdays going forward. So we're going to have, like I said, we're going to have some hard hitters coming through on Teen Thursdays to come and join our conversation. So we are really excited that she's going to be our first guest. She's just an awesome woman.
I like her.
So that's going to be good. So that's all we have, y'all. I think now we say goodbye. Say bye, Bella.
Bye.
Bye.